Mm, There we go. We're up and running on both platforms. Today we are live on Facebook and TikTok. Boo, 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 boo. Welcome one. Facebook and it's Trump. Welcome one. Welcome all. I'm happy to be here again on week 10. Yes, today we are on week 10, baby. Boo, 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 boo. And on this live, we have a book and a journal going hand in hand, right? This journal is where you write down your thoughts, right? What you think, what you're feeling, and all that. Journaling, I always say this, journaling helps you to gain control over a situation. Whatever adverse impacts that you are dealing with, whatever challenges you are dealing with, once you start writing it down, it loses control over you. Been there, done that. If it doesn't work for you, then it's fine. We are unique individuals. Whatever works for the next person might not work for you, right? And also, there is a book. Yes, we have a book, Born into Change. This book is for anyone and everyone who is born of a woman. Anybody with an umbilical cord on their belly button needs this book, right? So it helps you heal your childhood traumas, to understand yourself, to be emotionally. Hi, Bo. I don't have battery. I don't have battery on my laptop. This is not happening, is it? Is it? Guys, this is not happening. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Hi, Ibuda. Hi, Your Majesty. Hey, Bonin, I don't have battery on my laptop, and this is a mess. But what I can do is... Okay. What I can do is... Yeah, I was still advertising my book. Yes. So this book will help you heal your childhood traumas, understand your inner child, raise your inner child. In fact, it will just help you navigate life from birth until whatever afterlife you believe in. I hope I'm audible. Guys. I'm having challenges here. My battery is critically low. So I have to put my laptop to sleep, but then I have to get this in order first. I have to open the journal. I'm still trying to find the journal. Okay, Born into Change, yes. Okay, I can't find the journal, guys. I can't find the journal. Oh, there it is. I found it. Okay. I'll open these things and then shut everything. I'll then shut it down to save the battery. You want to know what happened? I didn't have electricity and I didn't see that my laptop wasn't charged. So let me just open the things I need to talk about. Hi, Lucy! Hello, baby girl! Long time! How are you? Oh my, it's nice seeing you here. Lucy is my sister, guys. My TikTok sister. I had a sister on TikTok. Imagine. So I'm excited seeing my sister here. So yes, motherhood and legacy. Sorry guys, I know I wasn't prepared. There was no electricity. There was no electricity in the house. So yeah. Okay, the emotional whiplash. The body's recovery. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. So, yes, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, my people, welcome everybody. Sorry for today's delay. I had no electricity before I started this live session, so yeah, it's been a mess. It's been a mess, but then yeah, we're up and running. The most important thing is to be up and running, right? So yes, today we are on week 10, and we are talking sleep patterns and soothing techniques, right? So yeah. Today we are going to discuss the most anxiety inducing topic in parenthood, right? If you don't have a backbone and you don't know who you are and what you want and where you stand in life, this topic will whip up you so fast that you won't even know what to hit you, right? So I feel like every time you are given advice in line with parenting, especially how to take care of your child, how to take care of yourself during parenting, how to be a good mom or father, how to be a good parent, if you don't know what you personally perceive to be goodness in parenting and all that, you will never know what hit you. It will be so fast that you will think that something came for you, yet nothing came for you. You just lacked a backbone, right? So yes, today we're talking sleep patterns and soothing techniques. Please, disclaimer and warning at the same time. Understand that this is according to scientific studies. It's a standardized research, and it will have some my personal experiences here and there. So there'll be a lot that will differ. And just because I'm live here talking and pretending as if I've got everything under control and I know everything about life, please and please do not believe that. I am just a person who've experienced motherhood twice, so I feel like I'm experienced enough to come forth and just offer information, not advice. Information. Then it's up to you to either take it or leave it. Understand that it's in line with my beliefs or not, but don't take everything that is said personally. Just take everything with a grain of salt, right? Believe in your intuition, trust it. You should host more. I'm always live, Lucy. I'm live Monday to Friday. However, from Monday to Thursday, I never show my face. It's just a sticker, the topic up. We just tackle the topic from Monday to Thursdays. And then on Fridays, I'm here to mentor mothers, right? I'm mentoring mothers through the motherhood journey and the girl child. Fridays only. But then let's go. So yes, as I was saying that I have the experience, that's why I feel like I'm entitled to come and maybe provide information on this topic. But I'm not saying that I know it all. I'm not saying I'm a god or I'm the universe or I've got it all under control. No, I'm just somebody who is here to share my information. Take it or leave it, in line with your beliefs and your understandings in life, right? So yes, let's get into it. Sleep patterns and soothing techniques, right? So yes, number one, understanding sleep patterns. That's the first thing you need to do to understand the sleep patterns. One, it's the newborns. When I talk about newborn, we're talking about babies from 0 to 3 months, right? These babies sleep 14 to 17 hours in one day. Like they almost sleep for the whole 24 hours. I mean, right? They sleep 14 to 17 hours per day and in segments of 2 to 4 hours. Sleep for 2 hours, they wake up. Sleep another 2 hours, they wake up for feeding, right? Normally, this is done because they want to feed. All right, those are newborns. And then we have infants ranging from 3 to 6 or 9 months. That's the second phase. They sleep 12 to 15 hours per day, and they take naps, 2 or 3 naps in one day, right? Now their sleep is starting to be a bit consistent, right? The naps are like twice a day. They would have, thank you, Lizzie, thank you, baby girl. The naps are like twice a day, depending on when the child decides to sleep, right? Twice or 3 times a day, depending on when the child decides to sleep. That is 3 to 6 or 9 months. And then the last phase of infancy, which is 6 or 9 months to 12 months old. Here they sleep 10 to 12 hours per day, having 1 or 2 naps per day, right? With my child, with the first one was following these things religiously. However, around the 12-month mark, she started taking 1 nap per day, right? And with my little one, he is not following these things. He's not following these standards, the scientific standards. He started taking 1 nap at around 8 months old. So, as I'm saying, like, this is just a study. A study is a generalized information that was collected from a group of people. Just because the results were collected from that group of people doesn't mean that it applies to each and every individual out there, right? So just follow your baby, understand your baby's needs, and then stick to that. Don't go about that, oh, the studies say that my baby may, then it means that my baby is abnormal, or my baby is, now you're starting to label your baby in line with a study that was carried out in a different geographical region on different types of babies, maybe different races, different geography, different topography, different everything. Now you are comparing your baby with those. So no, your baby is unique, you are unique, everything is truly unique. That's why a human being has unique fingerprints, because no one human being is similar to the next, is exactly the same with the next. There may be similarities, but you can never be the same, right? So yeah, focus on your baby and their uniqueness. So one may ask that, why is the sleep fragmented? Why don't they just sleep the whole 17 hours at a go without having to, okay, it's a notification, without, we need a YouTube podcast? We do, please, we do. So you are so natural. Thank you, my sister. Thank you, baby girl. I do have YouTube, by the way, but it's okay, it's not a podcast per se, but it's just these sessions, these ranting sessions, they are saved on YouTube. So if you're interested in listening to me rant and rant, or listening to me teach, or listen to my interviews whereby I interview professionals, just go to my bio on my profile. My YouTube channel link is there. Just go over there and then watch me do my thing. Right? Okay. But then we're saying that, as I was saying, that why doesn't a baby sleep the whole 17 or 12 hours straight without stopping? Here are the reasons. Number one, they have an immature circadian rhythm. Right? In the womb, there is no day and night, right? If the baby is disturbed, they wake up. If the baby is feeling uncomfortable, they wake up. If the baby is feeling comfortable, they sleep. There is no day and night demarcation that, okay, now sleep, now wake up. No. The baby is listening to their instincts. Whenever they feel like sleeping, they do. Whenever they feel like they want to wake up due to disturbances or whatever the case may be, they wake up. So yes, that's why the sleep is fragmented, because now they are coming out of here and they're like, oh, now there are rules to follow. Now there are laws. Now I have to sleep when it's night now, right? So they wake up and sleep in line with what was happening in the womb. So they are basically living the womb life outside of the womb. So that's why everything would be like, now it's happening. Now, yeah, right? There is no consistency. There is no linear program to follow. We're just watching the baby. Whatever they're doing, we follow that. It's raining, but I hope my mic is canceling the noise. I hope it does. And then another thing, the sleep is fragmented because they need to wake up for feedings. A newborn baby is still relying on breast milk, and breast milk is liquid in nature. So, thank you, Lucy. Thank you, Your Majesty. The breast milk is liquid in nature, in as much as it coagulates in the tummy to form a solid, mushy thingy that helps the baby stay fuller for longer. But after every 2 hours, it has to be replenished. Unlike solid foods, which stay for longer periods of time in the tummy, milk is liquid in nature. Yes, it coagulates, but it's liquid in nature. So it stays for a maximum of 2 hours in the tummy, and the baby needs to replenish. So after every 2 hours, a newborn needs a feed. That's why then the sleep is fragmented. Biology, baby. Baby wakes up because it's time to eat, right? Exactly. And then another reason is REM sleep, right? Babies are still trying to acclimatize into this life, right? They have been in the womb whereby they're just living their own life. Now they are here, they're breathing oxygen yet, but oh yeah, okay, yes, they still breathe oxygen back then, but it's more dense in the womb. Now it's lighter, it's air, right? In the womb it was water, and now it's air. So everything has changed, right? They were feeding through the umbilical tube, now they are feeding through the mouth. A lot, they're still acclimatizing to a lot of things. So they get into REM sleep more. Babies are rarely in deep sleep, so they spend more than 90% of the time in REM sleep. What is REM sleep? REM sleep, it is when you are active. You're not in deep sleep, you are still a bit conscious of everything, you still sense things, you're still feeling, right? The REM sleep, it helps them to acclimatize faster, to grow up faster, so that they can be alert to know when they are hungry, right? If they get into deep sleep, they will not wake up after every 2 hours, meaning that they may not be able to feed on time. So the REM sleep is for their survival, right? For their growth, for their survival, for their instinctual feelings, for their sensations, their perceptions, okay? And then also growth spurts. The reason why they don't get into deep sleep and their sleep is fragmented is because of growth spurts. Growth spurts are the developmental milestones babies go through. That is your teething, your rolling, your growing, and all of those things, right? So these, they require a lot of energy, right? They suck up a lot of energy, which means that the energy required to sleep the energy required for sleep is taken away by the growth spurts. Exactly, Lucy. Yes, it's for you. So, wait, Nanja, because you have joined us on week 10, I urge you to go to Facebook. Start watching from week 1, because week 1 is advising you on whether or not to be pregnant and why you should be pregnant and why you shouldn't choose pregnancy. And then I take you to, okay, now that you are pregnant, this is what you should do. And then I take you to getting ready to give birth. And then I take you to giving birth. And then I take you to postpartum. Today, Joanna, you are finding us already having a baby. So please go to YouTube so you can catch up, my love. Okay, so yes, and another thing, I think I didn't include it here, or maybe it's somewhere in my notes. It's formal, right? Especially when a baby is growing, they experience new things, they're excited by new things, they're just like fascinated by everything, so they don't want to miss out. Thank you, Lucy. So they don't want to miss out, right? So when they've learned a new skill or they've discovered something new, sleeping for them is like FOMO. No, no, no. If I sleep right now, I'm going to miss out on this thing. So hell no, I am so not sleeping, right? So that is one of the reasons why there are sleep disturbances and fragmentations in a baby's development. And then we move on to common sleep challenges, right? As I've said, that number one, it is day and night confusion. Babies still can't distinguish between day and night because they're still from the womb. In the womb, there was not day and night. Everything was just up to the baby's instincts and intuition, right? The frequent waking up for feeding, we've discussed that the baby needs to wake up for feeding. It's biology. Their instincts are telling them to wake up so that they can feed, right? So that's why they wake up. That's why there's disturbances. And also colic. What is colic? Colic is misinterpreted. I hope I'm using the right word, but yeah, it's misunderstood really. People believe that colic is digestive issues, yet it's not. Digestive issues are one of the root causes of colic. Colic is when a baby is crying more than 3 hours per day, more than 3 days per week, more than 3 weeks per month. right? That's according to a study. But you would understand if your baby is colicky. Maybe they're not crying more than 3 hours a week, but just understand that why is the baby being fussy unnecessarily, right? So colic is just a fussy baby due to dissatisfaction. You don't know what the cause is, but the baby is just being fussy. That is colic. And then what causes colic? That's when you can say digestive issues are causing the baby to be fussy. Colic is the fussiness, not the digestive issue. Colic is the symptom of the digestive issue. Then let's discuss this. What causes colic? An umbrella reason. It's just any form of discomfort. That could be your headache, your digestive issues, gas, headaches, irritability, overstimulation. Any form of discomfort can cause your baby to be fussy unnecessarily, to cry more hours than not, right? And another sleep challenge is sleep regression. Oh, there is the thing, there is the formal. Sleep regression can also cause sleep challenges. The sleep regression may be caused by formal, fun times, right? The baby now doesn't want to sleep. The baby is now fighting sleep, or the baby is now not interested in sleeping due to formal, right? It's mostly formal. Most of the time, it is formal, right? That is sleep regression. And then now let's move on to soothing techniques, right? As our topic says, sleep patterns and soothing techniques, right? The first way to soothe a baby is swaddling. Oh, I forgot to download the picture here. How do you deal with postpartum? Oh yes, check my previous video. I go kapu kapu in line with postpartum, but then there will be a video live on its own whereby we'll be just talking about postpartum, especially postpartum depression. Yeah, there will be a video on its own to talk about postpartum depression, but I do address postpartum, a little bit of it, in my previous videos. But then now, but if you have a follow-up question, maybe I'm not answering it right, Lucy. Can you type what you meant, really? Maybe you're asking something else and you're saying, yeah, Papa, I'm talking about postpartum depression. But then, yeah. Okay, while Lucy is typing her follow-up question, let's talk about soothing techniques. The first one is swaddling. Right, what is swaddling? I forgot to download a picture here. There was no electricity and I was very much depressed. I was scared. I was crying the whole time. What's your way? My life session would be disturbed. But then it's fine. I'll bring it forth, or maybe we'll bring it back. We'll talk about swaddling in other videos. But then, yeah, the first one is swaddling, whereby you wrap the baby into a worm. It's a worm. You wrap the baby into a worm as a pooper of some sort. To mimic the womb security, right? The baby. Oh, I answered perfectly. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you. Yeah. So check my previous videos, and also there will be a video on postpartum depression altogether. Okay, so yes, this mimics the womb security. The baby feels like they're still in the womb, they're still secure, because the transmission from a womb into the physical realm is so traumatic for the baby. Yes, in this realm, we'll feel like, oh, it's just a baby. They should acclimatize. They should adjust by now. They should be okay by now. Yet that's not the case, right? Just moving from the water world into the air world is a lot. Not just on the lungs, not just on the skin, not just on the digestive system, but in the quantum realm, neurologically, it is very traumatic. So when you swaddle the baby and swaddle them into a worm, it resembles the womb. So never systemically, quantumically, it feels like the baby is back into the womb and the nervous system is calm, right? I even have nightmares of me pregnant. Is the worst. Hi, but Lucy, how is pregnancy the worst thing, though, guys? But it's fine. It's fine. We are here for you, guys. We are here for you. If you have any questions, because I feel like most of these things are nightmares because they are not spoken about enough, right? We never normalize these things. Pregnancy is just, it's a pandemic. right? We don't even know what to feel, don't even know what is and what isn't in line with pregnancy. You just boom, you're pregnant, no guidance, no mentorship whatsoever. Society feels like you're a woman, you should perceive this as a natural occurrence, just like going to poop. Hell no. It's not just like going to poop. It needs mentorship, this thing. I'm scared that I'll be on my own. Exactly. And for today, Lucy, by the way, if you check my previous videos, yes, my love, in this day and age, you're going to be on your own. Motherhood is the one of the most isolating thing you can ever go through. That's why I have these live sessions. I said last week, on my last week session, that it is so weird. In fact, if our ancestors can rise from their graves right now and find me doing these lives, they would be so baffled, because they'll be like, why do we need a person in our screen mentoring us through motherhood? Because this thing was not tabooed. I feel like I'm using it wrong, but it was not tabooed, right? Pregnancy, motherhood was taken ever from when you were born as a girl child. Who would celebrate that, woo, we have given birth to a goddess, a female child, somebody who will nurture and promote life, right? And then you were nurtured and mentored in line with femininity. Don't get me wrong, not that a woman is 100% feminine, but the reproductive organ is embodying the divine feminine energy, the creative energy. So they would mentor you up until you got to the childbearing stage. By then, it's not a monster like Lucy is saying. What makes you a mother? Wow, Smang. I'm coming to that. By the time you're at the childbearing stage, it's not a monster. It's a normal thing. You are ready because you know you are supported. You know you are held. You know there's a whole village for you that will help you take care of this child. It takes a village to raise a child, and you know that you're supported. But now we need kind of like to come here and talk about these things, because you don't know even what being a woman is. You don't even know what is happening to you during your monthly cycles. You don't even know what pregnancy is. Lucy is even perceiving pregnancy as monstrosity. That's how bad it is, right? We live in a world that is just... And then Smile is asking, what makes you a mother? This question is so layered. According to me, I feel like a mother is not really somebody who has brought forth a physical entity in human form onto this world. I feel like it's somebody who is able to nurture and take care of life in line with love and light. Let me just say that if you are capable of loving and nurturing anything, be it plants or animals or anything, it makes you a mother. And I feel like that the word mother doesn't necessarily mean a woman human or a woman female entity. I feel like it means somebody who can care for life, nurture life, grow life, and make sure that life is developing in accordance with love and light. I don't know if it makes sense. I know I then get too deep with these things, and then I know that I'm losing some people. But then if you resonate with what I'm saying, then you understand what I'm saying. I have many questions regarding this topic. I know, Lucy, I know. Just go and watch my videos. Maybe you gain some bit of clarity. But if you don't, then you can DM me. We can talk. I don't want to sway you from the topic. Hopefully something. Don't worry, Lucy. But I feel like if you can watch the other videos, just go to YouTube. It's saved on YouTube. Watch the other videos. But if you still have questions, don't worry to DM me. Just DM me, then let's talk. Then let's just talk it out. That's why I'm here. I'm here for this. Really. Yes. That's why. And if of course you are more interested in WhatsApping, my number is on the screen. That's WhatsApp. I'm always on WhatsApp. It's better. At TikTok, I just come here to just do these things and I leave. So I'm not really a TikToker. I'm more on WhatsApp. Just text me on WhatsApp if you have questions. You're welcome, Lucy. Okay, guys, where was I? Oh, we're talking about swaddling, right? How swaddling helps the baby's nervous system. And also another soothing technique is white noise, right? It's soft, calming sounds like the sound of the heartbeat, swooshing sounds, rain, just, these nature and rhythmic sounds. Boom, 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 boom. And the rain, I mean, you can just hear it. I hope my microphone is not cancelling too much. So I hope you can hear the rain. Imagine how soothing this is for a nervous system, how much more a baby's nervous system. Also water, like a flowing river, right? Anything that is rhythmic and calm, right? You do know that men nature children in their body before transferring to females to carry for 9 months. Yes, it is possible because they carry fertilizer, right? Men carry the fertilizer that is used to fertilize the seed, which is the egg, right? So yes, the type of fertilizer you use on your seeds or your plants, it plays a huge role on how your plant comes out, on the DNA of your plant. So yes, men do nature. That's why whenever you're choosing a partner to fertilize your egg, make sure that they are healthy, you know their history, you know their mental state, their spiritual state, their holistic state, because whatever they are will directly influence your offspring. So yes, men do nature. Nurturing is not really resting on the female person. As I've said, as long as you can carry life, anything that has a soul or a life from whenever it was a tiny, tiny bitty thingy to when it is fully grown, it means you have been a mother because you've nurtured the thing, right? Mother is equals to nature, nurturing. Right. Okay, guys. Okay, let's come back. Okay, another soothing technique is a rocking, tapping motion, right? You can rock your baby, walk, right? Pace up and down, bounce, bounce, tap, right? Or any repeated motion, right? As I said, that a repeated motion regulates the nervous system. It tells the nervous system that you are grounded, you are safe, right? And then another one is skin to skin contact or cuddling, depending on the age of your child. You cannot have a skin to skin contact with a 12-month-old baby, a 1-year-old baby. No, it then starts to be, in our era, in our culture, back in the day, it was very normal because they were walking around naked. But in this era of clothes, it's very weird to take off your clothes for a 12-month-old baby. So depending on the age, if it's still a newborn baby, maybe roughly 0 to 9 months-ish, skin to skin is perfect. But then when they're older than that, cuddling is the best thing to do. So yes, it restores coherence. It calms both mother and baby, leading to an aura of love, right? When you come together, when two auras come together, they create one aura, right? And when these auras have come together, they create this aura of love because it's two calmed nervous system forming a bowl of a calmed aura, which is love, right? Can you be a mother without giving birth? Yes, where were you when I was explaining the first questions? Man? I think you asked what is a mother, and I said that a mother is just any entity, anyone or anything that has the capability of nurturing something from when it's tiny bit to when it is grown. Because you've had this nurturing capability, it means that you are a mother. Mother doesn't describe the female person who has given birth. No, the word mother describes something that has brought life and nurtured it until it was matured. That is mother. You can be a man and you can do that. If you have done that, then you have mothered that thing, right? Mothering is nurturing. Right. Hi, Loisy. Hi, baby girl. So yes, where was I? Oh yes, skin to skin or cuddling is another soothing technique, and then another soothing technique is consistent routine. Consistent routine is grounding for the nervous system. Anything that is a consistent routine is called a ritual. So a ritual is anything, hi Nazim. So a ritual is anything that grounds you. So in babies heavily need grounding, right? They're still trying to acclimatize or understand the physical realm. So they need a lot of grounding. So when you do things consistently, when you have consistent routines or rituals, it grounds them. Like bath time, right? Bath time, then when you have regular bath time, they then recognize it, or the nervous system says, oh, it's now sleep time, right? It's a grounding technique to ground them to sleep. Singing lullabies to the baby, having bedtime stories when you dim the lights, all of these, they signal sleep time when you do them consistently, right? Do it consistently, and form it into a ritual. Once it's a ritual, the nervous system that says, oh, when we do this, it's time for this. So this also helps with the baby's sleep pattern. And then this one, pacifiers. Oh my. Because as I've said, during these Friday sessions, the motherhood mentorship sessions, I will give you the research in line with scientific researches and WHO findings. But then I will then, thank you, Lucy, welcome, baby girl. But then I will then state my personal perspective, my personal opinion, okay? So pacifiers, right, according to scientific studies, they are good because sucking is the most natural, instinctive, soothing thing there ever was. So babies are given pacifiers. But according to me, with all my babies, I've never used a pacifier. I don't. Me too, Nozi. Me too. I do not. They are very misleading because they carry, yes, as Lozier said, that these scientific studies, they are misleading because they carry out a certain group of people. Mostly it's the white demographics, right? So a white person can never possess the same traits as a black person. So if we're going to align our lives in line with these studies, they may mislead the indigenous DNA that is embedded in our bodies. So that's why I always say, follow your intuition, listen to your intuition, and just because it's always an indication. Thumb sucking is Loazi! Woo! Exactly. And I was getting there. I wanted to say that. Oh, Loazi. Oh, my love, you are doing it right. I wanted to say that with all my babies, none of them, I never used a pacifier in any of them because number one, it introduces air into the body. No, even if, yes, I know there are advent pacifiers and all of these perfect pacifiers that are colic friendly and all that, but they introduce air because when you suck, nothingness goes into your digestive system. And when anything that is nothingness gets into your digestive system says what, right? Just like in fasting. And then when you are fasting, it then stops cell growth and self regeneration. It's good when you are doing it to purge, right? Babies don't need to purge. Babies need to grow. They need these things so that they can be grounded. As I'm saying, that babies are here to, we first want to ground these entities into the physical. Then when they're on the physical, they can then do what they feel best after they've been grounded. So if you are putting nothingness into these entities, babies, they will then purge, they will lose these nutrients, because the system is saying, oh, we are fasting. So we are not grounding, we are transcending. Transcending an already transcended entity. What are you doing? Are you trying to enlive it, right? So yes, it's not good for a baby. That's number one. You are introducing nothingness into their digestive system. That's the first one. The second one, what Plus has just said, it promotes neglect, right? So the baby will bond poorly as they grow up because they understand that, oh, I'm not needed, I'm supposed to be isolated, right? It just promotes neglect. It means that you've been neglected, right? Leading to childhood traumas. Childhood traumas don't start off when you are conscious of this realm. It starts from birth. the birth experience itself, just the fact that you fought through the vaginal canal, it's a trauma on its own, which we need to heal. But then, because we're disconnected, we never heal the birth trauma in children and in mothers. I could go on and on. They find comfort in this nothing else. And Loazi, you, my love, exactly. Just like Loazi is saying, that they find comfort in this nothingness and then they form a withdrawal behavior. They then just get detached and dissociated. And then we ask ourselves, what is wrong with my child? My child is not sociable. My child is blood. You start labeling the child in line with these adverse activities that they're doing. Yeah, it happened back in the day. But then, anyway, WHO is saying that sucking is a natural soothing reflex. So if you are interested in pacifiers, I'm not saying don't use pacifiers, I'm saying go for it, but have this information at the back of your mind, right? Here, where we're not telling you what to do or what not to do, we just give you information on what the truth is. Take it or leave it, up to you. As I've said, take everything you're told with a grain of salt. Does it resonate with you? If it does not, if it does, take it and develop it further. Don't take my truth as it is and run with it. Develop it further in line with your own intuition. And then we move on to safe sleeping practices. Yes, safe sleeping practices. According to me, again, what I'm going to read here is according to WHO standards, okay? Because we live in thank you, Lucy. Because we live in a world whereby rules are the way to go, okay? So if you're a rule person, if you still live in the matrix, this is for you. WHO standards are for you. So I want to accommodate everybody here. The one who's living off-grid and the one who's living in the matrix, because there is no right or wrong. There's just your frequency. Whichever frequency you're still aligned with, fine and well. Maybe one day you will tune into the blissful frequency. But then if you're not there, it's fine. It's fine. Take your time. Take your time. So yes, safe sleep practices. According to me, I will always say this. According to me, there is no right or wrong. There is no safety or danger standards. These are the safety standards. No. Whenever you've done something with love, you've performed the most safe thing the world will ever see. Once it's done with love, it's amazing and it's safe, right? So now let's read the WHO standards of safety, and then I will share my personal experiences. It's still on. Oh, okay. I will then share my personal experiences as to what I personally did. Then you will know what to do when depending on whatever you decide to do. So number one, they are saying that put your baby to sleep on your back, on their back, right? They say that always put your baby on their back to reduce SIDS risk. SIDS is a what? Sudden infant death syndrome. Yes. Sudden infant death syndrome. They're saying that to reduce that risk, put them on their back, right? However, I have seen my child. Oh, thank you, Lucy. I have seen my child sleeping on their back. And then what the scientific root is calling it reflux, right? And then sometimes it gave me hisha. Right, it's a choking hazard. So sleeping on your back, and then WHO then goes on to say, liquids, they don't go back through the trachea, they go through the esophagus. And then I'm saying, how? Liquid is now conscious, now it can see pathways that, okay, this is the trachea, this is the esophagus, okay, this is the right way. How? But that's not where we are. I'm just saying that WHO is saying put the baby on your back. If you resonate with that, take it. For me, I feel like put the baby on their tummy. This helps with the digestive system. If it's irritable, the digestive system feels like it's being hugged and soothed, just like we talked about with the swaddling, right? So that's how the baby then feels. And also, if by any chance the reflux comes, it will just go down. Also, Pella, let's not forget that a baby is a conscious entity. Suffocated, so they will turn their heads, right? And also, if it's 100% a newborn and their bones are still soft. Okay, with my babies, both my babies, Minega, I use teas, I use herbal teas 100%. Before birth, before pregnancy, my pregnancies are planned, by the way. So before pregnancies, when I'm planning to be pregnant, I use herbal teas. And then during pregnancy, I use herbal teas. Before birth, I use herbal teas that align with before birth. And then after birth, I use herbal teas to cleanse for me and the baby. So for me, my babies, they walk fast. Their bones are formed faster. In fact, their milestones are faster. Even the umbilical cord, it falls faster and heals faster because of these teas. And if you're interested, I do have, just WhatsApp this number and we'll take it from there. So for me, really, my babies, they're never soft. So do you antenatal clinic visits? Hey, you'll check my previous videos on YouTube. Check my previous videos on YouTube. For me, the antenatals not really okay. No, check my previous videos. I talk in depth with that. I don't want us to relay. Thank you, Loz. You check them out on YouTube. Yes. I talk about the pre and postnatal thingies. What was I saying? Oh, I was talking about baby being conscious that when you put them on their tummy, they will know when to turn their heads if you follow your indigenous self, right? Herbs, they are in your geographical region. So they know your DNA. They know your ancestors. They know how they lived. They know what ticked them and what tricked them and what triggered them and what healed them. So these herbs have been with you for ancient of times. So when you take them into your body, they wake up this indigenous knowledge and then they help you and the baby. So I always urge my fellow people to take these concoctions or teas. It truly helps. But then if you don't believe in that, you use the Western supplements and all that, which is fine, which is perfectly fine depending on what you believe. Your baby may be soft, so as a newborn they won't be able to turn their heads or move their bodies upwards or pull their bodies upwards, right? So I feel like you should put the baby on their side and then be there to watch them, because you can put them on their side and they may roll over due to gravity, you see. So yeah, be there to prevent this choking thing. I got it in there. Ooh, all right. I think it's opened. Eliza. Yeah, can you request? Or maybe let me just invite here. Okay, do come up, baby girl. Okay, you've requested. Let me accept. Why is my phone slow, guys? Okay. There we go. Okay, let me make myself bigger. Guys, why is my phone slow? Is it my internet? I don't know if it's my internet. Oh my god. Oh my guys. Okay, guys, I want to expand. There we go. Okay. Hi, Lozzie. Hi, nice. Hi, Andy. Welcome to the friend club. I don't like calling it fan club. I don't have fans. Like, seriously, who has fans? It's like, no. Welcome to my friend club. Hi, Lozzie. Thanks for being here, baby girl. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, where was I? Loaz, you'll be here Fusi to keep me on track, because I feel like I sometimes forget. Guys, I'm too old. Okay. Oh yes, we're talking about sleeping on the back. The baby sleeping on their back. WHO says that if you put the baby on their back, it reduces their risk of SIDS. And then number 2, they say that use a firm mattress, because a soft mattress traps air. Right, it traps air in them and then risks suffocation. I'll get to that. Let's just leave it there, right? And then they're saying that there should be no blankets, no toys, no anything in the sleeping area in the crib of the baby, right? If it's cold, put a wearable blanket on the baby. We'll get to that. And then room sharing. WHO is saying that share a room with the baby, but not a bed in the first 6 to 12 months. So now let's address this. I will address both the mattress issue and the bed sharing issue. Okay, the first one, the mattress issue. Yes, it should be hard. I agree with WHO there. But for me, it's not because of the risk of suffocation. It's for the bones, right? The bones and muscle, the musculoskeletal system. It is supported by firmness. If it is soft, then the whole musculoskeletal system will be soft even for the baby. That's according to me. That's why even my bed, my personal bed, I have a hard mattress. And then the core sleeping part. They suggest that the baby is going for exactly. Thank you, Loazi. Thank you, exactly, Loazi. As Loazi is saying that when already your bones are brittle because of health, then that's when you can then align yourself to cushion yourself here and there. But when you are still young and active, and you're going for the softness, oh my child, you are already signing up for the softness of your bones at an early age. Right. So yes. Okay, then the co-sleeping part. For me personally, all of my babies, I sleep with them on the same bed, right? It goes back to what I was talking about, the cuddling thing, the skin to skin thing. Your aura is still very much open, especially when you are still umtedlana or a newborn mother. It's still open. That's why it's what we are habula. Right, as a new mom, you are prone to every energy that is in your vicinity. Okay, so yes, as umtedlane uyahabula. Facebook is doing shenanigans, guys. I'm done with Facebook. I'm tired. Spiritual. Yes, 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 Loz. Oh, Loz is really hyping me up here. I love what I'm hearing. So, yes, when your spine is unaligned and brittle and all curved and brittled and curled like that, there is no spiritual ascension. So yeah, it's yes, Loz. So yes, that's the reason why then we go to the soft one. Where was I, Loz? What was I talking about now? Oh, co-sleeping. Co-sleeping. Yeah. I was saying that with all my babies, I have been sleeping with them because of the aura thing, right? Your aura is extremely wide and open when you are still umtedlane or a new mom. Remember in our previous live, we spoke about the fact that after birth, you have gone through the spiritual realm. You have traveled billions and billions of light years into the multiverse to retrieve this soul and then manifest it into the physical during birth, right? You cannot then cover up. Okay, I'm missing a comment. Nice because you were saying, oh, I will tell you, Lozi. Thank you. Thank you, Lozi. Where was that? Oh, yes. You cannot cover up or seal a portal that has been opened for so many years. Pelawena, it means that you have lived a billions of light years in 5 minutes. I mean, I pushed my baby out in 5 minutes. So let's talk about that. You cannot, right, seal a billion and billion of light years portal. A portal that has opened up a billion and billion of light years. And when you still think that you can just seal it up because you are done with the birthing process, it's impossible, right? So as a mother, it's still the aura is still opened up. The baby's aura is still taking, right? It's still mostly spiritual. It's not grounded. So it needs your aura to regulate itself, to understand itself. So you don't only nourish the baby physically using the milk. You nourish your baby spiritually, you through the silver cord. We spoke about this. We cut the physical cord, which is called the umbilical cord, but you can never cut the spiritual cord called the silver cord. So the silver cord is still there to nourish your baby spiritually. So you are nourishing your baby through this wounded aura, opened aura, you see. That's why it takes a village to raise a baby, so that the other people can help you cover up your aura, cover up your baby's aura and all that, right? So as I've said, your baby's aura is still like, where am I? What is happening? What is this, right? It's still a bit confused. So if you co-sleep, you can co-regulate your aura and your baby's aura gamnanzi, especially when you get into deep sleep. You are releasing alpha waves, which are the waves of manifestation, which means you can speak life to your baby adequately at so much proximity. You are co-sleeping and speaking life, manifesting life into yourself and your baby. So why then put your baby away from you? Who is going to speak life unto your baby? Nobody can speak life unto your child except you as a mother. Yeah, you are the God here. You are the co-creator of this baby's life. So who else will speak life if not you? Minevele, guys, I sleep with my babies for this very reason. It also helps in sealing the aura and grounding the baby's aura, right? So I truly recommend co-sleeping. But if you feel like WHO is the way to go, then don't co-sleep with your baby because you may risk SIDS. For me, my babies are not, they are not unalive. They are very much alive and well. They are healthy and they are more secure, right? They're more secure. When I compare them with the babies that sleep on cribs from birth until now, I can pick up some things. But then maybe it's what you call, what is it, Kepa? What is it called? Lapokona, when you are judging in line with your own beliefs, you are being, no, what am I being? I've forgotten the word. What am I being, Loazi? Okay, the child already gives you the balance as a pure. Thank you. Exactly. You are reducing it. You are healing each other's auras. Yes, your child is the ascended entity, right? So it's giving you this closure of ascension and calm because it's a pure soul. And when you are the grounded entity, you are the physical entity, you are more inclined on the physical realm, which means you are helping the baby ground. So it's a yin yang kind of relationship. We are giving and taking and giving and taking, helping each other, balancing. Yes, Lord. Love you, my angel. Balancing each other's field. So yes, exactly. So that's what I have to say with co-sleeping. And then we come to temperature. In temperature, they're saying keep the room cold, humid, not wet, humid, and comfortable. This is where I want us to pick a bone. Okay, not pick a bone per se, but I'm just going to put forth my 2 cents, right? I feel like we made a blunder in creating these concrete houses with corrugated iron roofs or whatever material we use for our roofs and ceramic tiles and all of those things, right? I feel like natural material, your mud, your bulong, your thatched roof, will not normalize lies. Exactly. That's why I'm here, Lois. I'm here to remind us of what the truth is. Yes, there are clinics now and all of those things, but what is the truth? They are disconnecting us. So, what is the truth? That's why I'm here, my people. I'm here to tell you, to give you information in line with what we are in this era with the clinics, the WHO, and all that. But I'll also give you the truth. Take whatever thing that's in line with your current frequency, right? Whereas I always was talking about the natural resources for building our houses. These houses were so intelligent because remember, nature is conscious, right? It knows. Just like a human being, you know when you're hungry, you know when you need to fast, you know when your body knows when it's the time of the month. You don't tell it. You don't go like, oh, body, this month you didn't have your monthly cycles. Yeah, you remember. Then you click the button. No, it's conscious. It does. Hi, Lizule Zulu. Hi, Your Majesty. Right? It does it on autopilot, just like nature, just like your heartbeat. Right? Everything is done on autopilot. Nature does the same. When you take your mud and build and use it as your building material, you take your grass, you thatch your roof, you take your cow dung or bulong, you floor your house. That's nature. It will speak to you. The frequency, the vibrations that they emit, they will speak to your DNA. They will speak to your aura. They will speak to what we are talking about, right? So here, when WHO is saying that keep the room cold, it should be humid but not wet. You know, these materials, they absorb the sun rays, the heat, and all of the and all of the electromagnetic frequency. When it gets into this area, it heals whoever is in here. It raises the vibration of anybody who is in here. The temperature will be adequate. These houses, when it's hot outside, it's cold inside. It provides a cooling effect. When it's cold outside, it's warm inside because it conserves the heat from the sun. So it's conscious. It knows how to serve its dwellings, the things that are dwelling inside. It's like a body. A body takes care of its internals. My skin is protecting my heart. My rib cage is protecting my heart and lungs, right? The house is protecting the people inside. So if it's cold, it will say, heat. If it's too hot outside, it will say, coldness, right? So now, we will need aircons to maintain the environment. We'll need humidifiers. We will need all of these things to maintain the internal environment because we adopted these brick and mortar kind of buildings. So yeah, we'll have to, not unless we go back to our ancient rules. So yes, let's get into mother's role. And we're about to, guys, my laptop's battery is very, very low. Dani, we have to do the last part, but I believe it will happen. So mother's role, number one, is self-care. Rest when the baby rests. Please check my previous videos. I am talking about knowing when and how to ask for support. Being a mother shouldn't be a sacrifice. Being a mother is a martyrdom. I know today's age, in line with capitalism and patriarchy, it is preached that when you're not tired, you're not a mother enough. When you are not burnt out, then you're not a good mother. When we see burnt out, then woo, badge of honor, a true mother, and that is far from the truth. So asking for help and having support is the strength that you need. True strength is that knowing when and how to ask for help. So have that support so that you can be able to rest when the baby rests. That helps in the yin yang relationship we spoke about, right? So yes, rest when the baby rests, and don't be guilty. Don't feel guilty, right, about the resting. And also the waking up, the freaking wake up of the baby at night doesn't symbolize your failure. No, it doesn't mean that you've done anything wrong or it means that you are stressing the baby. No, it's just the normal cardian cycle of the baby. That's how a baby is. They wake up frequently because of colic, because they want to feed, because of fear of missing out, as I've said, FOMO. Maybe they've discovered something new and they feel like, oh, I sleep here, I will miss out. So no, it's not your personal failure. The baby, especially after first child support. Exactly. After first child, you need, in fact, the first child is the one whereby the village should be very strong. You need a village. But in every motherhood, whether it's your 10th child, it takes a village to raise a baby. Okay? So, yes. And yes, imagine support system. Yes. Also, if it's possible, have a shared night schedule with somebody, right? Maybe I will wake up from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. After 5 a.m. I'm sleeping. You are the one who's taking the next shift, right? If it's possible, have somebody who will help you with that. And also calm your nervous system, because you are now regulating two systems. You are regulating your baby's system and your system. So when you are calm, your baby is calm. When you are stressed, your baby is stressed. That's why I say have a support, somebody who will cook for you, somebody who will wash, somebody who will clean, somebody who will do that, so that you focus on the baby. As a new mother, there should be nothing you are doing outside of motherhood. You should be focusing on the baby. But then we live in a capitalistic and isolating world. That's where we are. That's why I'm here, to provide support to you. WhatsApp, if you feel like you're alone and you just don't have a family or anything, I'm there for you literally 24/7. If you need anything, just WhatsApp that number. I will be there for you. So yeah, that's it for this week. Yes, so now let's do the post. Ready or not, here I come. So today we were on week 10 and we were talking sleep patterns and soothing techniques. And today's session's theme summary reads, this week focuses on understanding infant sleep rhythms and calming strategies. From swaddling to white noise, every baby responds differently. The goal is not perfection, it's presence. Learn to read cues, build routines, and trust your intuition. Excerpt from our book called Born into Change. The gist is rhythm builds trust between body and environment. Wow. This is taken from the chapter Motherhood and Legacy 1.3 postpartum. And we are going to read from Mental Health and Identity. Postpartum mental health is often overlooked. Many women experience anxiety, depression, or emotional numbness. These are not signs of failure, they are signals. Identity shifts can feel disorienting. The woman who gave birth is not gone, but she's not the same. Naming this truth is the first step towards integration. Whoa, baby, baby, baby. Our code for today reads, in fact, I have to say, what is our code for today? Our code for today reads, soothing is not solving, it's showing up. Ooh, baby. But then, as I've said, I'm reading from our journal. I have a journal. This journal goes hand in hand with the book. The book is called Born into Change, and this journal is just where you take down your feelings and all of that. So, yeah, here you have to understand. The book helps you understand yourself from birth until you get unalived. The journal helps you to take down your feelings and emotions and your beliefs and whatever it is, because whatever you have understood loses control over you. So, yes, because of freedom is now removed by responsibility 24/7. But I'm not putting very, I'm there for you, very like, wait, no. Sometimes, okay, let me just explain this a bit, because yeah, Loazi has touched on something really important. Sometimes, okay, let me just take me for example. Motherhood has been extremely isolating for me personally, and sometimes just getting that high from a friend. Hi, Inkosi Tufusa, you're so late. I'm about to close the live. Imagine, what is wrong with you these days? Where are you? Where are you, Hosim? So I was saying that sometimes that hi, how are you doing from that person truly helps. It goes a long way. Yo, guys, my motherhood has truly isolated me. Guys, I did not have a village. That's why I do these live sessions, because I know what isolation is, what not having a village feels like. So that, hey, how are you doing? Hey, I am there for you. I'm going to say to Fusa, you are never here. You are everywhere, but not here. As I was saying, that hi from a stranger, from anybody, from a friend. How are you doing there? I'm here if you need me. Just that one word. Ooh, it goes a long way. So when I say that I'm here for you 24/7, I'm saying that rest assured that when you text me, I will eventually reply. Maybe I won't reply in the next second or next 5 minutes. I may even reply maybe the following day, but just know that I will eventually get to you. And once I do, I will make it worth your while. You would feel like, oh, somebody's got me, because that's the aim, right? Is to have each other's 9 and 6s and 3s and 12s, right? So yes, my people, that's it for today. We are done with today's motherhood session. See you next week Friday for these motherhood sessions. Next week Friday is week 11. If you're interested in knowing the schedule or the lineup, always check my status. I post the lineup on my status on what's okay. On this week, we're going to talk about this. On this week, we're going to talk about this. So see you next week Friday for the next topic. Otherwise, Monday to Thursday, we are deconstructing. We are just talking and ranting and venting. That's when I then accept guests, so that we can pick each other's brains. Just let the opinions fly, right? From Monday to Thursday, we're deconstructing. And then Friday, bye, Hosi. You hate me now. I don't care, though. It's fun. It's fun. But then on Fridays, we're having the motherhood and feminine mentorship programs, which is this one. Otherwise, guys, love you, guys. See you next week Friday. Bye-bye.